How do you get your gear to your gigs when you're playing on Nashville's Lower Broadway? And I've had a lot of musicians ask me that question. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through literally what it's like going from your car to the gig and then getting back to your car after your gig with all your gear. So buckle up. So the first thing I would stress is to give yourself lots and lots of extra time sitting in traffic. I always try to give myself an extra 30 to 45 minutes because getting in and out of Broadway is probably the hardest part about the gig. Also with parking is going to be a challenge. So you're going to want to park into a garage. Most honky-tonks will have some validation for parking for $10. Not the best, but you could also buy a monthly pass, and that's about $180 a month. So this is where the real fun begins, getting all this stuff from my car to the gig. All right, so this is what we're working with right here and what we're gonna roll into the gig. So you can see right here, I got my little GoPro and I'm going to film the walk. Back into the chaos. Excuse me, heads up, excuse me, heads up. Most people just focus on what do I need to do to get the gig, what songs do I need to learn, what's it going to be like when I get there. But how do you get there and how do you navigate through? And I also want to talk about 3 absolutely essential things that any musician playing on Lower Broadway in Nashville needs to have. First thing, I avoided this for a long time and it caused me lots of stress and agony. Once I got it, things became so much easier, so much simpler to navigate, and it's this. It's a rock and roller multi-cart. So this is an R6 RT. Regardless of instruments, you're going to need to be taking several pieces of gear with you. Having one of these makes it so much quicker, so much simpler, so much easier. And if you have that multi-cart, I would suggest always traveling with multiple bungee cords of multiple sizes so you can strap it on. The second thing is parking. Literally have your parking plan in place before you leave the house. Know where you're parking, have a parking solution. I personally have a monthly parking pass and I play down there enough to make it worth it. I believe it's about $180. However, a lot of honky-tonks on Broadway, they will validate parking. They will give you a sticker that makes the parking $10. But you need to know where you're parking before you go there. You need to know your routes. Also, I always have these. So these are parking validation stickers, and they work at various garages. I keep spare ones with me from gigs because I have a parking pass. I just use that. But if my parking pass doesn't work, the garage I park in is closed, I always have extra of these to get in and out of the garage. Finally, the third thing, time. Make sure you have lots of extra time. If your gig starts at 2 o'clock, I cannot stress how important it is for you to plan to be down there by 1 o'clock at the latest. Sometimes there's traffic, sometimes roads are closed. You never know in Nashville's Lower Broadway, and it's getting more and more crowded, and it's getting slower and slower and harder to get into. So having that extra time is really critical. There's nothing worse than running into a gig with your hair on fire, feeling frazzled, having 2 minutes to set up, and then having that throw off the whole band and throw off your whole gig. So make sure you give yourself lots and lots of extra time. I hope that was helpful for you to watch. If you have questions, shoot them in the comments. If you have thoughts, feedback, good or bad, let me know. Like, follow, subscribe. All those things really help me to continue to create this content so that hopefully I can help other musicians who are kind of navigating into Nashville and trying to figure out that scene. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you